Hi, everyone.
Hey.
It's been a while since we've seen these fine characters, hasn't it?
Yeah.
So
our computer looks different.
Our computer does look very different. So a little earlier this year, Doki Doki Literature Club got a updated re-release. Now it's on consoles. We're playing this on Wii, actually. Not on Wii. Switch. God damn. We're playing this on Switch. And you might know that that's kind of weird because Doki Doki Literature Club, if you know what happens or you watched our original Let's Play of the base game, relies a lot on the architecture of a computer. So what happens is that the game is actually played within this kind of computer desktop mock-up. So we got the main game right here and a bunch of other things and stuff in order to kind of like emulate that part of the game, which is cool. However, that's not what we're interested in right now. What we're interested in right now is the side stories that came with the new thing.
TLDR, why'd you change our computer?
You are so unhelpful sometimes. Some of you might have seen me streaming this the other day to go run through and unlock everything. We do have all these side stories unlocked now, and we want to play them for you. I remember a lot of people talking about the original game were like, yeah, sometimes I just wanted to play the game that it purported to be, spend more time with these characters. I love Doki Doki Literature Club a lot because I'm kind of basic like that. And, have a lot of love for that kind of metafiction and horror and stuff. As far as I'm aware, these side stories are exactly what they appear to be. There is no greater twist within them. It is just more of the characters getting to actually interact with each other outside the context of the game, which I'm looking forward to.
So are they like not sentient at this time?
I think, don't quote me on this. I think what I read about them was that it's taking place in an alternate timeline where the Literature Club never existed.
Okay.
And the Literature Club is implied to be what it is that gives people the fourth wall breaking powers.
Okay, so they're not
when
sentient.
Monica gets deleted, Sayori takes over and becomes the head of the Literature Club, and that is what gives her the ability to break the fourth wall. So, yeah, there is 3, 4, 5, 6 of these.
Almost Plur.
What?
Almost Plur. Why didn't he make one of them start with P and it's almost Plur? Peace, love, understanding, respect.
Oh, I see. I have no idea.
SK doesn't plur.
I don't know what plur. You're just saying a sound, and I don't know what to make of it. I believe there's also another one that unlocks after finishing all these.
Okay.
But as you can see, they focus on groups of 2 characters, and we're just going to go through and read them all. Because, yeah, I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm going to start with Trust.
All right.
I've got my coffee here ready to go. Sayori drinks coffee now. That's a new background.
Yeah.
I keep staring at the background of this one, like just
expecting the evil to occur.
Yeah.
Okay, everyone. The Literature Club is starting. Let's all have a seat and take attendance, okay? I miss Debate Club. Who knew it would be so difficult to start a new club? I feel worse with every day that passes without anyone coming in. I'm really starting to lose confidence.
Monica is the only member of the Literature Club. In the days that have passed, all of her efforts to recruit new members have been fruitless.
Am I going about this wrong?
She's
I
only
just want
acquired
fruit.
vegetables.
Yeah.
Broccoli, collard greens. Monica glances at one of her flyers. The headline is, "Do you like literature?"
Maybe nobody is into literature enough to pick it over their other club interests.
I don't know anyone here who's into literature.
Yeah. I can't just rely on people liking literature. I need to sell them on a vision. A vision.
Monica creates a vision board.
But what kind of vision? I know, fourth wall vision.
Monica rests her head on her desk, deep in thought. But before she realizes it, the recent nights of staying up too late start to catch up to her. It's so quiet and the noise of the air conditioner is soothing. Nap time. Hello? Suddenly, a voice causes Monica to snap awake.
Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I never do this.
Is this the napping club?
No, this is...
Monica pauses, suddenly embarrassed to admit that this is, in fact, the literature club.
This is the literature club.
Yay, I thought I got it wrong for a second.
I'm super sorry. It was like so unprofessional of me to do that.
Don't apologize. I do that all the time.
Oh.
Did I miss the club meeting? Where is everybody?
Well, about that, this is everybody.
Really? Just you?
But we're getting more members. I'm working really hard on it.
Hold on a second. If it's just you, that means I get to be vice president. Yes.
Wait, vice president?
No, vice president.
I see. What are your qualifications for vice president?
I have friends and I have vices.
Well, that's all you need.
I'm also better at napping than you are. Maybe I should be president. Hostile takeover.
Now you're just making fun of me.
No, I'm not making fun of you. A coup d'etat is a sign of ultimate respect. I'm sorry.
What was your name?
Sayori.
Okay, Sayori. I've been trying really, really hard on this club. I know you caught me at a weird time, but it's really disheartening to not be taken seriously, you know? I care so much about this. I just want to find other people who do too.
Oh no. I'm so sorry. I do care, I promise. I have a hard time being serious, and that's all. I didn't mean for it to hurt you. I'm sorry. And I was joking about the vice president thing too. I would make a terrible vice president. I don't have a single friend, and I don't actually have any vices.
I mean, I'm sure that...
You're sure that I do have vices? You mean it?
I could introduce you to some bad habits or something.
Oh, yeah. I've always wanted to have a vice. What should we do? Can we try, spitting? Do you have a spittoon? You ready? Oh, it didn't go very far. I'll let you clean that up.
Monica tries to say something reassuring, but it's difficult when she still doesn't know much about Sayori.
I'm sorry that this isn't like a real club yet. Would you still be interested in joining after I found a few more members at least?
Well, no. I want to join now.
Really?
Yeah, it sounds like a lot of fun. It looks like you just kind of faff about in here and don't really do anything, so that's perfect for me. Besides, I can tell how hard you've been working. You're doing something amazing and you should be proud of it, you know? So let me help you turn something stressful into something fun. If nothing else, I'm good at that. So...
Honestly, how could I possibly say no to that?
Easy. Dozens have done so before. You would not be the first.
I see. That's really sweet of you, Sayori. Oh, I'm Monica, by the way.
Monica!
Sayori! Wow, that's pretty fun.
Isn't it, though? It's just so much fun to scream each other's names like we're Pokemon, but we're the opposite Pokemon. I'm you now. Monica!
I see.
That's such a cool name. You'd make a pretty cool Gen 6 Pokemon.
Oh, now you're just trying to cheer me up.
But you're smiling.
Well, I didn't say it didn't work.
Aww.
Monica glances at the flyer on her desk and realizes that her name is already written on it.
So, what do we do first?
Well, it's getting pretty late, isn't it? We can go home and try to come up with some new ideas to recruit club members.
I can do that. I can do that 9 times.
Cool. Then I think I need to put some more thought into my vision for the club.
Awesome. You gonna make a vision board?
Yeah, I was thinking fourth wall vision.
What is the fourth wall?
Yeah, I don't know. It just came to me.
Okay.
Anyway, like a mission.
Hold on. I'm going to there's 1, there's 2, there's 3. Oh, no, that one has windows on it. Does that one count? Is it still a wall that has windows on?
Almost certainly.
I think we have 4 then. I want to double check my proof, but
I don't know. I can only see 3
here is
from
one
this
wall,
perspective.
and here is another. And another, and another.
I see the refutation of skepticism.
My mission is to make everyone refute skepticism. And happy as well.
Yeah, something like that. I need to think about it.
Hey, do you like hugs?
I guess so.
Hugs are great. It's like serotonin, but in your arms. Sayori suddenly pulls Monica into a friendly hug, then lets go. Some people could just really use a hug sometimes.
Like me.
Internal screaming intensifies. That's as much as for me as it was for you, so don't... Besides, Sayori whispers loudly, hug energy is what keeps me at my best.
Hug energy?
Energy, if you will. No? Not feeling that one? I'll workshop it. Monica laughs. Although Sayori is very different from her, Monica feels her spirits lifted. Maybe it's just because she finally found another club member. But...
Well, I'm looking forward to tomorrow then.
I sure hope I am too.
It'll be fun.
Yeah, I'm excited as well. I'm going to think really hard tonight about how to get more people.
Yeah, me too.
Why are you always facing a slightly different angle from the rest of us?
Sayori arrives the next day with a net with like 12 random guys in it. I brought more people.
All right, I've set traps along the... Sayori, what's on the other end of that string? Shh. It's a copy of Umineko no Nako Koro ni on CD. Someone will see it on the floor and I'll just drag it along and they'll eventually get in here. The day passes and the time comes for the literature club, Monica and Sayori, to reconvene. As Friendsident, Monica ensures that she's the first to arrive to the club room. Wait, are you also Friendsident or are you just regular president?
It's unclear.
Okay. I am Vice President. There is no debating this. Non-negotiable. But she finds herself waiting longer than expected for Sayori.
It's been 10 minutes already. Maybe Sayori changed her mind about joining. No, that can't be. She was so excited yesterday. But I'm getting kind of worried.
Suddenly, Sayori comes bouncing through the door. In her hand, she is holding a sheet of paper. Sorry, I'm late. Here.
It's okay. Welcome back.
And... Sayori spins over to Monica and deposits the sheet onto Monica's desk.
Oh, what's this?
Take my hand. Take my hand. Take me forward. Take me to your dreamland. Caution me to watch my step, so I can't look back at my footprints. Climb the stairs ahead of me while I look up to you. The more I look forward, the more I look up. The more I can lend to you. If you can trust me to follow your pace, I'll trust you to set it. If you can trust me to lend you a smile, I'll trust you to return it. Take my hand, take me forward, and take me to your dreamland.
Hey, this is really good.
Took you a while to respond there. You sure? You sure you actually like it?
Yeah.
Okay. It's okay if you hate it. I hate it.
You wrote this, Sayori?
Of course. Wait, no, that's the wrong side of the paper.
Huh?
I wasn't ready to share that yet. I'm so embarrassed. Monica flips over the paper. Written on the other side is a list of ideas for recruiting new club members.
Oh, so this is what you meant to show me.
I can't win.
But I'm curious now. Do you write poetry often?
I do, but I'm not sure. I'm sure I'm not anywhere near as good at it as you are.
Really? I'm actually terrible at writing poetry. I've never written anything I was happy with. Like, I always read it again a week after I write it, and I'm like, wow, this is so stupid. I don't know. It's like the dramatic version of me doesn't agree with the person I want myself to be, or something like that.
Big mood. Aw, you should have more confidence in yourself. You're the literature club president.
I guess you're not wrong there. I need to, like, set a good example or whatever. You know, I can envision the club doing something like that.
Doing what?
You know, like sharing poems we write and stuff like that. And then an affection meter will go up for the main character.
Wait, who's the main character? Are you the main character? Are we winning your affection? I'm just, I wasn't ready. I'm not saying no, it's just, it's a lot to take in at first. I would love that, though. The affection meter, specifically. It's such a good way to learn about other people who are you, you know? It's like we have so many emotions that we can't express to other people, usually. But you can when it's a poem, right?
Yeah, like glurb.
Oh, is that a word in the poem, or is that the whole poem?
That's the emotion.
I'm pretty sure the Germans have a word for that.
I think that's helping me form a more cohesive vision for the club. So I'm glad you showed me. Well, even though it was by accident.
Me too. I felt embarrassed at first, but now it feels kind of good that someone else read it. I'll try to show you more of them in the future.
I'd love that. Oh geez, I'm getting distracted. Do you want to go over this recruitment brainstorm together?
My brainstorm's so hard. You have no idea. I didn't take my antidepressants this morning. It was like a brain hurricane, a brainicane, a hurribrain.
There we go.
My brain is a natural disaster.
Yeah, relatable. Yeah. I feel that.
Sayori.
I feel that.
I like how she says it with that particular look on her face.
Suddenly very concerned.
It's still like, oh my god, that was more introspection than I was prepared for.
Sayori, that's terrible. Anyway.
It is. I'm in constant agony.
Let's take a look at the list.
I should be going to therapy instead of going to a literature club, but, you know.
Make cupcakes.
I was hungry. But it's still a good idea. And I want cupcakes. Isn't it?
Let me think about this. I mean, when would we have the chance to give people cupcakes?
You know, like when they come into the club. What if we said we had free cupcakes on the flyers?
I'm like kind of worried that would bring in the wrong kinds of people, you know.
Wrong kinds?
People would come just for the cupcakes and then leave.
Oh, no one would do that. That would be mean.
But you know, I want to find people who are really into literature. Even if they don't know it yet. Let's see, the next thing on the list. Hunt for people reading books. I don't think I get it.
What is there not to get? It's a trank gun. God, don't be weird. Like going around the school and finding people who are reading books, you know? Like in the morning or during lunch. And then we tell them to check out the literature club.
Well, the problem with that is, like, wouldn't most people reading books just be doing it for an assignment or something? How would you know if they're just reading for fun?
Well, we could ask them, but then we'd be bothering people who are trying to do schoolwork. I didn't think about that part. I'm sorry.
Hey, don't apologize.
I'm doing a terrible job of being vice president.
You're coming up with a lot more things than I can. Oh, your next idea is to hand out flyers rather than just put them up on the wall. I'd definitely like to start doing that.
I'm useful.
Sayori's dialogue is so sad. It's so sad. I'm so sorry, Sayori. She needed that hug way more than she let on, huh?
Haha, I never said you weren't.
I know you didn't. I did.
I just need to think, what would we tell people when handing them out? I don't want to just be like, join the literature club. Let's figure out how we can better engage people. We need to get those metrics up.
Yeah, we need to work on our SEO.
We need to get those. We need to meet those KPIs.
What if you told them about the club activities and stuff?
What club activities? Yeah, I guess it's supposed to be my job to come up with that, right? A vision for the club. Okay, Sayori, pretend you're a normal person for a second.
Ow.
Wait, I didn't mean it like that. You know, like a random passerby who's getting a flyer. How would you react to the idea of a literature club?
Huh. Probably like, literature is stupid. I'm joining the anime club.
What the heck?
Sorry, I was just thinking of a friend of mine.
Okay.
Lowercase s, you'd like him.
What if I said that we, do group reading and discuss it together?
I would probably nap through that.
That's you, Sayori.
Yeah, but that doesn't really sound fun to most people anyway. We really need to catch their interest, you know?
This sucks. Why is this so hard?
Monica, don't be sad.
What do you like about literature, Sayori?
Me? Well, kind of what I said about the poem earlier. I think it gives you the chance to express yourself. Express yourself in ways you can't normally do when you're just doing your normal day and talking to your friends that I probably have. Don't worry about it. I mean, we all have so many thoughts and feelings that we just don't get to share, you know? It's intimate.
Yeah.
Oh, you too?
Reaches over, grabs hand.
Oh, did I misread that?
How do we get that across to people? We could be express your true self.
Be...
Want to try again?
I'm gonna try.
Be intimate with us.
Okay, that's kind of...
I'm just kidding. Oh my gosh.
What? What is it?
I forgot all my things in my classroom. I must have gotten too excited and rushed here. Silly me.
Rushed, but weren't? Never mind. Did you want to get your stuff then?
I'll forget if I don't do it now.
Well, I'll wait for you then.
Okay, it'll only take a second, unless I forget what I was doing while I'm gone.
Vanishes for 3 weeks.
Sayori dashes out of the room, leaving Monica momentarily alone.
Comes back with a different name, speaking only French.
Je suis Sayori.
Monica sighs and starts jotting her thoughts on a sheet of paper.
Express yourself. Be who you want to be. Make new friends. Discover a new you. Discover your heart.
That one sounds like a Sonic the Hedgehog song.
Write your heart out. No, write into your heart. Write the way into your heart.
She's writing the song she sings at the end of the game.
Join the literature club. Write the way into your heart. Wow, that sucks.
Monica!
Ah!
You're supposed to say Sayori!
Sayori!
Monica! Are you just allergic to fun, or?
No. You startled me.
Sorry, but it's something important. On my way to the classroom, there was a girl reading a book.
Reading a book?
Let's hurry and recruit her.
Wait, are you sure she's not just doing homework?
I could tell she was really into it. Come on, if we defeat her right now, we'll be able to recruit her.
I see. Well, won't we have to do a negotiation?
You're right. Hold on, let me get a couple of life stones real quick.
Well, I guess we could take a look.
Monica grabs one of her flyers and stands up from her desk. Then the two depart the classroom with Sayori leading the way.
This way.
You don't have to run.
Sayori leads Monica over to a particular classroom, then lowers her voice to a whisper.
See? In there. Look. A person.
Monica peers through the window. Sure enough, there's a girl sitting alone, intently reading a book.
I feel like a creep doing this.
You should go inside and talk to her.
Me?
You're the president, and I would probably scare her away.
Okay, fine, I'll do it.
Monica takes a deep breath, then timidly enters the classroom.
That was fast.
Oh my gosh, I'm so embarrassed.
You did such a good job. Why? What happened?
Well, I entered the classroom and she didn't even look up from her book. So I kind of just left the flyer on her desk and then walked out.
Ah, that's kind of cute. You're kind of cute. And I'm sure she'll see it and want to join the club.
I hope so. Shall we head back now?
The two head back to the club room, Sayori feeling rather accomplished and Monica still feeling a bit embarrassed by the encounter. Upon returning, Monica and Sayori resumed their strategy meeting. They discussed various different kinds of recruitment tactics from professional to silly. After going through Sayori's list and with Monica coming up with ideas of her own, the two end in a better spot than where they began.
Well, I would say today was pretty productive, wasn't it?
Productive? What? Oh, right. Yeah, totally. We did stuff. Woo! Yeah, I think we're starting to make progress. I can't wait to get some new members. Hey, what's this?
Sayori peers at the sheet of paper Monica was jotting on earlier.
Oh, don't mind that. I was just thinking to myself.
Join the literature club. Right the way into your heart. That's so cute.
I thought it was a little overdramatic.
But,
Sayori pauses and thinks for a moment.
you know, I don't think you give yourself enough credit.
What? What do you mean?
Like, I don't know, I can tell from talking to you today. It seems like you're always afraid of doing something wrong.
Yeah, but...
Would you call yourself a perfectionist?
Yeah, I definitely am. I mean, I always have an idea in my head of how I want things to go. And it's like, I can't accept anything less than that. But I think in the end, it helps me try my hardest at everything, so I don't think it's that bad. Like with this club, we have such an opportunity to make it into exactly how we envision it. But it feels like we only have one shot at it.
Just one shot.
Do not miss your chance to blow.
This opportunity comes once in a lifetime?
Hell yeah. True poetry fans here.
I am a fan of the classics. I do like me some... Fitzner.
What? What?
I said it. I said the right author, and you just couldn't hear it. Let's move on now.
Okay. So I'm just really afraid of it deviating from that. The vision.
What's the vision?
It's...
Monica pauses to think, then shakes her head to herself. She sighs.
I don't know, but for some reason I have to learn Python. I don't get it.
Is that why you have the Python book back?
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool.
I just want everyone to...
Monica trails off. Smiling, Sayori taps her finger against the sheet of paper.
Right the way into your heart. I think what you're trying to do is make the club that you need the most out of anyone. Well, you're the one who knows yourself best, of course. But I'm here to help you.
Monica returns Sayori's smile.
It's sort of amazing how kind you are. We're really going to make this the best club ever.
Sayori nods and the two remain silent for a moment, lost in thought. The only sound is the steady whisper of the air conditioner. And the only movement is the afternoon sunlight trickling its way in and out of the moving clouds. Sayori breaks the moment with a big yawn.
Time to go home?
You tell me. You're the president. You're not the president. That's me.
You got promoted already? Wow, congratulations.
Right? I didn't have any more vices left, so now I'm president.
I see. In that case, today's meeting is officially over.
Yay!
I look forward to tomorrow.
So do I. Me too.
Sayori beams and grabs her things.
You can go on ahead. I need a few minutes still.
Oh, I can wait.
That's all right. I just want some alone time.
In that case,
Sayori waves enthusiastically at Monica.
Good luck.
Monica smiles and waves in return as Sayori spins her way out of the club room.
If only there was an animation for Sayori's rotating off screen.
Monica, I made myself dizzy. Monica, I don't know which way is up. Can you point me east and then just reorient me real quick? All right, I should be good from here.
Walks in closet, closes door. All alone, she sighs to herself and takes a minute to zone out.
Oh, Monica's a zoner.
Monica is a zoner. That is true. She wasn't prepared for the self-reflection encouraged by Sayori, but she decides it was something she probably needed right about now.
The club that I need the most. I don't get it. I just wanted to start a club with more passion. Something that I could use to help lead people to happiness. Literature is the key to that. Because it's the window to the real person inside of us. Underneath the person who's forced to always smile and blend in. The person who's forced to be perfect.
Hey, don't mind me. I just came back because I forgot my stuff. I wasn't eavesdropping.
I see.
I'm gone now.
I see.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Finger guns.
Monica suddenly notices a folder on the floor by her desk.
Did Sayori leave this behind? I hope it doesn't have her homework in it.
Worried, Monica opens the folder to check.
Poems.
It's a folder of poems.
Become the flower. A feeling of joy is a flower plucked from the ground. The color, the scent, it's so pretty in my hair. Every day I pluck some flowers as though they grew just for me. A lifetime of peace and nourishment yanked away at an instant. All for me. All for joy. I need more. I need more joy. I need more happy. Pluck, pluck, pluck every day. Pluck, pluck, pluck. So pretty in my hair. Pluck, pluck, pluck. You're going to die, and you, too. Beneath my feet, a flower stands alone. It beckons to me. I twist the stem, freeing it from its clinging roots, caressing the final, joyous moment between my fingers. But to what ends? I look in every direction, and the field I stand in, the prosperous field, is a barren wasteland. The fruits of my labor, the carnage of my joy. And that's why I've decided I must become the flower.
What the? Wait, Sayori?
I'm super depressed.
Oh, we unlocked some new pictures from doing that.
Really?
Aw. Yeah, Sayori. So this is the new artwork for the characters had a new artwork done for the DDLC Plus, which is
Okay.
Oh, that looks nice. I love the original artwork, but the original artwork definitely has like a kind of, I guess, like a sharpness to it. You know what I mean? It's hard to define, but it's very, compared to say like the newer version, which is a lot more kind of round and like is that the word I'm looking for? Do you see what I'm getting at?
Yeah, also, I could never get over in the original how anti-gravity the skirts were.
I think that was part of the joke, though.
Yeah.
Like, especially Natsuki. Like,
Yeah. Or like this, like, Sayori's there in the original art, like...
Yeah, I've got a fan pointed up my ass.
Yeah. So, fabric actually hanging somewhat like fabric in the new art.
I think that's because for now the new one, they don't have anything to prove anymore now.
Yeah.
Like they don't, they're like, this was because it was very aggressively trying to sell one particular story.
Yep.
I actually remember reading an interview with Salvato where he's like, that's the reason the game was free initially, because he didn't want people to pay for something that that was advertised as something else than what it was. But now that enough people know that, the jig, it's like, okay. Anyway, that's cute. Oh, we also get the new poems in here. I love that you get the poems in a gallery in this one. That's such a great idea. You can see the ones that I got from my playthrough. A poem from Sayori distributed at special events in the past. What?
Acquire all of Sayori's other poems. That's interesting.
There once was a ladybug. It was so small it took a really long time to crawl from here to there. It was very tiring to fly for too long. Nobody squishes ladybugs because they're cute. Does that make them better than other bugs? Do ladybugs know they're cute? I think they're too preoccupied with bug things. And so the ladybug crawled around and did bug things. This story isn't really going anywhere, but I know you don't mind. I hope you think it's nice for being there anyway. Like ladybugs, like this ladybug. The one who clings like a doof onto your sleeve because it knows you won't squash it. If it doesn't bug you, will you stay a while? Oh, that's so sad. Although that's so sad. Because it's about her feelings of like how she feels like she might be an annoyance towards the MC and like, oh, as long as I'm not actually bugging you, will I actually, oh my, aw.
And here I thought it was a poem about doing bug things.
Bugs are pretty cool. Did you know that?
I did.
I knew that. Bugs are pretty cool. What are we missing? Oh, okay, that was all.
Nothing.
Let's do the next one.
Sure.
Because there is a second half to this story now.
Yeah.
Another day passes in a flash, and it's already time for the next club meeting. Although Monica should have come up with a plan for today's club tasks, she hasn't been able to shake her guilt and anxiety after reading Sayori's poem.
I'm so stupid. How did I let myself be the center of attention? Sayori is going through these kinds of feelings, and I'm letting her comfort me instead of the other way around. What kind of club president does that? Sorry.
Hey there, I heard someone was trying to usurp my position.
President.
Okay.
This whole time I didn't think to ask about her own feelings. So much for the stupid vision.
Sayori enters the club room with her usual smile. But upon seeing the downcast Monica, her smile quickly fades into an expression of concern.
Oh no, Monica. Is everything okay?
I'm really sorry. I'm such a terrible friend.
Huh? What are you talking about? You're an amazing friend.
Monica shakes her head.
I made this all about myself. Even you said so yesterday. You told me that I'm trying to make the club that I need the most, right? But my problems are so trivial compared to yours.
Sayori responds quietly.
What are you talking about?
But as she says that, her face darkens. Through the silence, Sayori mutters her realization.
I left my folder here.
Monica stares blankly ahead, unable to come up with a response.
I wasn't ready to share those yet. Now you're worrying about me and I don't want that.
But why? We're friends, right?
Wordlessly, Sayori nods.
Friends look out for each other. I want to be here for you as much as you're here for me.
Another long moment passes in silence. The air is incredibly heavy.
This is different. It wasn't just about you yesterday, it was about the club. And besides, things were so happy yesterday. You don't need to do this all of a sudden. I don't want it. I like happy. So, if you do this, then you're just being selfish.
Monica massages her forehead, struggling through the frustration of such a paradox. It's understandable that Sayori isn't ready to share certain things, but as unfair as it is for Monica to pry, it's also painful for Monica to force herself to ignore the needs of her friend.
I'm sorry I looked. I disrespected your privacy.
No, I don't blame you for looking. You would have at least needed to check if it was mine.
Yeah.
Monica takes a deep breath.
Okay. I understand that you don't want me to worry, and I think I'll be able to put this aside so that we can move on. But can you promise me something?
Promise you what?
Monica pauses to collect her thoughts.
This is the Literature Club. It's a place where people can express themselves in the ways that life normally doesn't allow them to. That's the vision. In fact, it's our vision. Right the way into your heart or whatever. So I just want you to promise me that You'll remember that too. It doesn't have to be right now, but I want to be here for you when you need it. I want us to be ourselves like that.
Sayori smiles gently. I'll promise if you promise.
Unable to help it, Monica returns Sayori's smile.
I promise.
Me too.
As the conversation closes, the mood of the room is lifted. With that behind them, it's time to proceed with the club's activities.
So, wanna teach me about poetry?
Huh? But what about recruitment?
It's fine, we have plenty of time for that. But right now, I feel like I want to do this. I mean, I do have to fulfill my end of the promise, you know?
There's no way I could say no to that. Just don't expect much, okay? I do a lot of writing, but it's not like I'm a writing scholar or anything.
That's fine. I think I just need, some motivation. I never know where to start when it comes to writing poems.
Starting isn't so hard when you've got a library card. Because you can take that card to the library and get a book of poetry and then copy it.
I see.
You just need to write down your feelings and see where it takes you. Mine usually takes me down to the drugstore.
Yeah, but that wouldn't come out any good.
It's not supposed to. You're gonna have to fight your perfectionist mind on this one. You can just start by writing your feelings and see what kinds of things it makes you think of. And then you can turn your feelings into a little story. You can get your feelings down first and then make it sound pretty later. It's not like building a railroad where you go from one end to the other. It's more like a collage where you find all the things you want to put in and then you arrange them in a pretty way.
Would you say it's like a series of tubes?
I would not? What?
Okay.
What?
Would you say it's like a canteen with a hole in it?
A canteen with... Couldn't you just screw on the cap and then drink it from the hole? I don't understand. Why is that a problem?
Yeah, me neither. I'm trying to relate here.
At least that's how I do it. It's not like it's the only way, but it's a really good way to not get stuck right at the beginning.
I understand. Yeah, I always get so caught up in how it sounds that I forget about what's actually important.
Trucks. Would you like some?
I don't know what the correct answer to this is.
That's what makes it so much fun. There's no way to know until you answer.
Monica pulls out a pen and paper to start writing on.
Stop being a perfectionist. You idiot. I'm just kidding.
Monica scribbles out "you idiot" after she writes it down.
No, keep it.
What? Why? Are you calling me an idiot?
But of course not. But the point is that you're not supposed to police your feelings, right? Be as dramatic as you want.
But I was just... Well, yeah.
Underneath the scribble, Monica rewrites "you idiot." She stares at the paper. Her words stare back at her.
It's kind of funny how I wrote down what I'm mad at myself for, and then I did that exact thing anyway. This is really going to take some getting used to.
I believe in you.
Thanks, I do too. Me, I mean. But also you, of course.
Oh, well, I'll believe in the you that believes in me.
Excellent.
Monica continues the exercise, jotting down her thoughts. It's surprisingly quite a struggle to write without overthinking it. But after a while, with Sayori's guidance and encouragement, Monica's sheet of paper begins to look fairly lively, peppered with all of her random thoughts. Monica looks up and down at her sheet.
Gosh, I feel so tense looking at this. I hate it. But it's also kind of liberating.
Uh-huh. I can tell how hard you're trying. It makes me happy. I think you'll be good at writing poems.
Don't give me too much credit. I'd have to try really, really hard at it. But I think it's something that I'll enjoy doing. With you.
Yay!
Sayori beams. Hold on,
Sayori
I'm turning on the headlight. Sayori beam.
I'll stop here, but we still have time. Let's try to work on a new flyer for the club.
Flyer? I hardly know her.
I won't be so picky about the language.
Yay! Let's do it.
Monica and Sayori proceed with their work. With each passing day, the two of them become more confident in the club. Not simply from their recruitment planning, but from their vision as well. Their bond strengthens, so does the essence of the literature club.
I am thou. Thou art I. Thou hast acquired a bond that something.
Thou hast acquired the poem that is needed to face life's hardships. Finally, they begin to truly feel like it's only a matter of time before they find more members. Another day passes. As usual, Monica is the first one to the club room. With her is a printout of the revised Literature Club flyer, complete with the all-new ideas Monica and Sayori came up with.
If only this was the flyer we gave to that one reading girl the other day. It's so much more attractive than the old one, but...
The new catchphrase is featured clearly in the center of the flyer. Write the way into your heart. Surely common sense would say that one writes from the heart, not into the heart, but the message being delivered is that one can use writing to discover themselves. Hopefully, Monica and Sayori had thought, that would be enough to garner some curiosity from students.
Why do I feel so tense looking at this?
It's your shoulders. You carry your tension in your shoulders. Hold on. I'll get a jackhammer.
Monica thinks back to the previous meeting when she performed the writing exercise.
Was I always this bad at expressing myself? How am I supposed to be president if I can't even demonstrate what the club is supposed to be about?
The Literature Club is truly beginning to take form, but with that, the weight on Monica's shoulders only becomes heavier. Debate Club was always about rigid structure, formulating airtight points and counterpoints and delivering them with conviction.
Debate me.
It was about the person on the outside. That's why Monica was so good at it. It existed entirely within her realm of comfort.
You're joining the Literature Club. Change my mind.
Wow, that's such an effective recruitment tactic.
It's suffocating. I need to break through this mental wall. This mental fourth wall.
The mental what?
I need to learn to express myself for real.
Monica pulls out a sheet of paper and grabs her pen. She presses the tip of the pen firmly against the paper. But her hand doesn't move. Instead, a tiny blot of ink collects around the tip of her pen. Monica lifts her pen and stares at the little blotch. For some reason, she feels compelled to run her finger across it. As she does so, the black ink smears across the paper, ruining Monica's canvas. Out of spite for herself, Monica presses her pen down once again, letting the ink collect. She creates a second smear on the paper.
Come on, Monica. Just move your hand.
It's another one of the lyrics from... Do you not know the lyrics?
No.
Oh, yeah. She keeps some of the phrases she's dropped are the lyrics to Your Reality.
She's literally just writing
The theme
song now.
Yeah.
Wow.
Monica writes,
This is what I get for seeking perfection. A stain.
Monica slides the paper away from her and puts her head down on the desk. The air conditioner seems louder today.
I'm here.
Hi.
Monica hears Sayori approach her desk, then stop for a second, probably reading the piece of paper. Then she sits down in the adjacent desk.
Bad day?
Mm-hmm.
Me too.
You too?
The new flyer looks so good. You've been working so hard. On the club, but also something else, I think.
I can't do it. I'm sorry. It's so hard to just be vulnerable.
No, it isn't. Here, open up your weak point. Weak point. Yeah, it is.
Sayori takes the sheet of paper from Monika's desk. She writes something down, then stares at it for a while.
Can I trust you?
Of course. You can trust me with anything.
Sayori gazes at Monika with sadness in her eyes. Understanding the signal, Monika takes the paper from Sayori's desk and reads it.
Sometimes I want to die.
Sayori.
This is really, really hard for me.
Her voice shakes.
So if I can do it, then you can too. Because you're like a million times better than me.
That's completely not true.
Sayori takes a deep breath, trying to steady herself.
That's something about me that I've never told anyone before. Even now my head is like screaming at me to stop.
Wait, you don't have to force yourself. I mean, just because of the promise yesterday.
I want to. It just feels right. I mean, maybe it's part of the reason I came to this club in the first place. This is the Literature Club. I trust you more than I'm scared.
At those words, Monika stands up. Sayori must have taken days to work up the courage for this. When Monika's own futile but genuine efforts actually pushed that Sayori... Were Monika's own futile but genuine efforts actually the push that Sayori needed? Sayori's deliberate breaths can be heard over the air conditioner.
Oh, fuck.
As she prepared...
I can tell. We're now breathing manually.
Oh no, Sayori going into panic attack. Ugh. As she prepares herself to continue, Monika waits in gentle silence.
I have this problem where I get really upset when people worry too much about me. I can't control it. It's like, why waste your energy worrying about me when you can just be happy instead? So I never tell anyone about these kinds of thoughts that I have. It's so much easier to just smile and help everyone else be happy.
But that's...
terrible. That's what Monika wants to say, but she stops herself in fear of saying the wrong thing.
It's just that if everyone knew about it, they wouldn't treat me the same anymore. Like whenever I'm not smiling, everyone would worry about me and ask me what's wrong. I know that because it used to be like that.
Sayori pauses, seeming to recall something in the past.
I just want everyone to be happy. That's the most important thing to me. And letting people look inside my head doesn't bring happiness to anyone.
Sayori pauses again, her solemn expression making her look almost like an entirely different person.
How did you find the courage to tell me this? You're not worried that I'll be one of those people too?
I am worried. Part of me really, really hates myself for doing this. But another part of me, I think, just felt like it would be different this time. Whenever we talk about what the club is supposed to mean, I kept feeling like it was right for me to do. Especially after you've been trying so hard to express yourself too. It just made me feel like I could say it in confidence and our friendship doesn't have to change. It's so silly. The club is only 2 people, but it already means this much to me.
Monika feels a tightening sensation in her heart. A feeling of connection as Sayori's emotions radiate between them.
Me too. I was so lost until you showed up. You're so brave, Sayori. You're so strong and brave. I don't even compare.
Monika steps forward.
But if nothing else, I can at least offer you some hug energy.
Energy?
Yeah, that. If you'd like.
Aww. Wordlessly and without a smile, Sayori rests her forehead on Monika's shoulder. Through their contact, Monika can almost feel the torrent of thoughts swimming in Sayori's head. And in this moment, enchanted by the air of the club, Monika realizes that all of the days that have passed, this is the one where she really, really hopes that nobody new walks through the door. She speaks softly.
You're like the sweetest girl I've ever met. You can say anything. I'll never judge you. I promise.
Sayori's breath begins to quiver. She takes several deep breaths, trying as hard as she can to start speaking, to say the things she never once dared to say out loud. Finally, she speaks in a choked voice. I'm so worthless. I'm worthless and everyone would be better off without me. She suppresses a sob as a tear falls down her cheek. I'm just an inconvenience to everyone. Not good at anything, and it just feels like everyone just has to put up with me. I hate it. I hate it. The more Sayori speaks, the more she fails to control her voice, falling victim to the overwhelming sadness clutching at her throat and chest. I don't want to have these thoughts. I want them to go away, and now I'm making you put up with me, and I just want to die. As soon as Sayori loses her composure, Monika becomes determined to keep her own. She only wants to be what Sayori needs right now, so she won't let any sadness show. Her voice comes through as soft and gentle.
This isn't putting up with you. It's just being your friend.
Monika offers a few words of comfort. But she knows, Sayori said it herself, that the thoughts Sayori experiences are ones that don't belong, and Monika can't magically make them go away. The most she can do is help Sayori battle them like any good friend would do.
You have so much value. To me and your other friends too. This club wouldn't have been the same without you. I really, really mean that. You coming here was the best thing that could have happened. Even if we never got any more members, I would still be happy. That's what you brought here. You brought us a vision, and you also brought happiness. And that's your favorite thing to do, right?
Sayori doesn't respond, but Monika feels her gently nod. No more words are needed between them. The two share their embrace for a while longer, Monika letting Sayori take as much time as she needs. Once her breathing steadies and her sniffles fully cease, Sayori lifts her head and wipes her eyes. I guess I needed that. Some days are harder than others.
Well, I'm here whenever you need me. But any other time, I'll make sure that things are the way they usually are. If that's what makes you happy.
Uh-huh. Thanks. You're the best.
No, you are.
No, you. You said you're the best.
The two exchange smiles.
You know, I'm sorry to bring this up all of a sudden, but have you considered talking to a professional?
Sayori nods.
It's scary, since it's already so hard to tell people.
Yeah. Well, of course, it will always be your choice, but if you're ever looking to find the courage for it, I can do my best to help you.
Thanks. I think it helps knowing that you would.
Sayori suddenly yawns and stretches.
Wow, that made me so tired. And hungry. I need a juicy chicken #1.
Well, I won't make you do any more work today if you're not up for it.
No, I want to. I mean, I can say that it's definitely one thing that makes me happy.
Monika smiles.
But I might want to get a snack first.
All of a sudden, the sound of the door causes the two of them to turn their heads. The door opens halfway, then stops. A face peeks inside. A face that seems familiar. Yo!
These side stories are great.
These sides, I told you, like,
This is great.
These are really great. Aww. This is. I think DDLC is perfectly fine as it was, but expanding on kind of like the emotional component of the characters definitely makes it a lot more sad. Because like I already think Doki Doki Literature Club is more of a tragedy than anything else. But,
Yeah.
it certainly hurts more when you realize that Monica genuinely cared a lot for the club members.
But unfortunately made the huge mistake of learning Python.
Yeah.
Hug Energy is a song?
It totally is. Ooh. Hey, we're doing another one. This one's called Understanding.
Yeah.
And it's the we got Sayori and Yuri now.
Indeed. Spoilers.
What spoilers for what?
For who's in it?
Knives to meet you? No? The club meeting is suddenly interrupted by the sound of the door, causing Monica and Sayori to turn their heads. The door opens halfway, then stops. A face peeks inside, and that face seems familiar. Oh.
Huh?
Sayori's eyes widen, recognizing the girl. She very conspicuously mouths to Monica.
It's her. It's the girl.
It's true, the girl standing in the doorway is none other than the girl Sayori had come across reading alone in a classroom. Thanks to Monica leaving a flyer on her desk, it seems she's found her way to the club.
Are you here for the literature club by any chance? Am I in the wrong place? No, you're not. This is the literature club. Please come inside.
Oh, Yuri is Moeka, is she? Every sentence I say sounds like it's stressing me out. The girl fully steps in the door, but continues standing against the wall, avoiding eye contact. Sayori continues to fail containing her excitement.
It's happening. Oh my gosh.
Thank you so much for coming. Sorry it's a little empty. I'm Monica, and this is Sayori, and we run the literature club. Even though it's just us so far. But what's your name, by the way? I'd like to join your club.
Already? Wow.
What a strange name, but convenient. Anyway, would you like to join our club?
Now, Monica, we don't judge people for their names.
I mean, I should be good enough. Everyone is welcome here. You don't have to be good enough. Oh. Do you want to have a seat? We'd love to get to know you.
The girl nods, sliding over to a nearby desk and gently sitting down.
So, what's your name?
Yuri.
I'm Sayori, and this is Monica.
Sayori, I already... nice to meet you. Do you like fantasy?
Like books?
Uh,
Or I watched Game of Thrones once. Does that count?
basically.
Yuri looks at Monica.
Fantasy is cool. Yes, have you heard of Annabelle DuPont? Can't say I have. Oh, well, she's my favorite author. I'm on her 5th book, and it's just...
Yuri grins and presses her knuckles against her cheeks in joy.
You can borrow my books, I wouldn't mind. You're really in for an incredible experience.
I love Sayori's confusion at this.
Sayori's like, wait, hold
What?
the...
What is reading?
Yeah, hold that thought. What's a book?
What do you mean Oh, you mean one of those convenient toilet paper bound?
Monica stammers, caught completely off guard by Yuri taking control of the conversation. She glances sideways at Sayori, silently asking for help.
I'd love to. Sounds like you're really into them, so they must be great.
I am so happy I found this club. Oh, I'm so stupid. I left all my other books in my locker. I should have brought them.
Yuri quickly stands up.
I'll be right back. I'll go get them for you.
You probably only need to bring one for now. Ha 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 ha.
Sayori nervously says that, noting to herself the considerable heftiness of the book that Yuri set down on her desk.
True. Okay, I'll go get the first one then.
Yuri exits the club room in a flash, leaving Monica and Sayori silently exchanging glances.
Oh my god, I wasn't prepared for this. How do I handle someone so intense? I have no experience with fantasy, except maybe that stuff I read when I was a kid, but that's probably a joke compared to what she's into.
I'm sure it'll be fine. In fact, I think it's neat that we have different people who are into different kinds of literature. It'll be fun to learn from each other.
Yeah, I mean, I don't disagree, but what if this is her only interest? Doesn't it kind of seem like that?
Monica, don't you think you should be more optimistic? We have a new club member. There shouldn't be room for anything but being happy. Or maybe a little sad. I always have a little bit of space left over.
I see.
Don't ever want to forget how sad I am.
I see.
I'm excited to get to know her more. Aren't you?
Yeah, I guess you're right. Sorry for being so hasty. I just got really anxious all of a sudden.
Me too. I forgot my meds.
And every time I'm anxious, I start casting my buffs. And I start with haste because the plus 50% move speed is just... Oh.
I don't know what you're talking about, but I support you. There. It's because you're afraid of not being able to take the lead.
Haha. What the heck? It's kind of scary how you can point things out like that, Sayori.
I just like learning what makes people happy or sad. Don't look too far into it.
I see. I won't get on your bad side then. Hey, you know what? You'd probably be great at helping Yuri feel comfortable here. Maybe you could take a break from helping me with the administrative stuff and just focus on spending time with her.
Yay! That's exactly what I want to do. Besides...
Sayori lowers her voice. Shit. Help.
What you looking for?
The way to get the cursor down on the bottom there.
Is it the top left stick?
Everything's falling apart.
Interesting. Do you have to...
Found it.
Besides, I'm probably gonna need all the time I can get.
She taps her finger against the dauntingly chunky book Yuri left sitting on the desk. Right afterwards, the door opens to reveal Yuri's return.
I'm back.
What series is Yuri reading? Should probably Wheel of Time.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of a series that's really long and really chunky. Her breath is slightly heavy, which, combined with her short time gone, indicates she may have ran at least part of the way. She makes her way back over to Sayori and sets the book down on her desk. Just as Sayori feared, the book Yuri brought for her is just about equal in size to the one already on Yuri's desk.
Well, there are probably a few things you should know before getting started on it.
Yuri walks into a club.
Here, read my book. You must read it now.
But I... Read.
But first I have to give you the lore. It won't make sense without the lore. There are some things that are more explained in other books that take place in the same universe, so going over those would be good to keep you from getting confused at the start.
Sayori nervously interjects. Well, I was thinking that today maybe we could just get to know each other a little bit more. You know, if we're gonna be reading together, then I would kind of like that.
From across the room, Monica smiles and nods at Sayori while Yuri isn't looking.
Thank you for the thumbs up, Monica.
Oh, okay.
Yuri sits down, then looks at her book, then glances around the room, showing no indication that she has anything more to add.
So, what made you decide you wanted to join the club?
Well, I like reading, so I was immediately interested. I had no idea that someone was starting a literature club, but that's my fault, since I haven't been paying attention to any of the club recruitment advertisements. I only found out because she...
Yuri glances over at Monica. That's Monica. Don't worry, it's just Monica. She can't hurt you.
Monica came into my classroom and put the flyer on my desk.
Suddenly, Yuri's face darkens and she shakes her head at herself.
I was so stupid I got too nervous and couldn't even look up, so she just walked out. It took me several days just to come here because I was afraid that Monica told everyone how inconsiderate I was, but I decided that that was probably irrational. Wait! No, that was totally my fault. I felt so bad about interrupting you that I just walked out. I was actually really hoping that you would come by.
Monica, this is Sayori and Yuri's side story, not the Sayori and Monica side story.
And yet, I seem to be here anyway for some reason.
Yuri exhales in relief.
I always seem to interpret things as the worst possible scenario. Well, I was really nervous to come here for some other reasons too, such as there being too many people, such as 3.
What? Oh.
Normally my comfort level is 1.
Well, I can be half a person.
Not that I mind that much, but I have a really hard time having to meet a large number of new people at once. So it's actually amazing that it's just the two of you. I definitely came at the right time.
Ah, that makes me happy. I'm so proud of you for working up the courage to come.
Yuri smiles warmly to herself.
I've never really had the privilege of sharing my interests with others before. It's so hard to find others who are into the same things I am, except online. There you can find people who are into anything in certain circles.
Wow. Wow, anything?
So
You mean it?
yes.
Anything?
So I thought the literature club would provide a chance for me to
Anything
do that.
don't yank my chain, Yuri. Anything?
There's this place called AO3 and yeah, anything.
What kinds of other things are you into?
Like genres?
I don't know, just anything, even if it's not literature.
Oh, just things you would think are dumb.
Sayori pauses, a look of concern on her face.
How about I'll tell you something that I'm into, then you can tell me about something that you're into.
I suppose that would be okay.
Well, I'm pretty into, crafty things. Like making cute little collages or decorating things, like cards or jewelry boxes. My room's always cluttered with random stuff, because I keep buying things to make gifts from my friends. Then I put it off all until the last minute. So, yeah, that's something kind of silly that I am into.
You sound quite creative.
Not that much. It's just that you'd be surprised by how much you can do with scissors and glue and stuff like that. You can huff the glue. You can use the scissors to... Okay.
I expected you to cut me off at some point during that. Never happened.
So, I have to share something that I'm into now, right?
Sayori nods.
That's me. I'm Sayori.
And I approve this message.
I'm Sayori, and I am hoping for your vote this year.
Well,
Vote for what? Vote for me.
for Friendsident. Sayori's
No.
Friendsidential campaign.
No, I'm already friendsident.
I see it's not an elected office.
Hostile takeover.
Well, I guess I'm into nature.
I love nature. Monica, I'm gonna start a nature club.
No, you're not. You're stuck here with me now.
And I'm not.
Oh, yeah? Well, I hereby appoint you as Vice President of the Literature Club.
I thought I already was vice president. Wait, that's demotion. I was president. And now I'm vice president.
There, now you're stuck with me.
Hey, don't give me responsibilities. Oh, finger tap. Oh, I'm sorry, Yuri. I interrupted you. for that funny aside gag about being friendsident. Go right ahead.
It's fine.
Yuri pauses, feeling awkward after having gotten cut off.
I like going out into the woods or to the park, just places you can walk or sit and not have any people around, like Inaccessible Island.
Oh, I see you're one of those types.
It's peaceful.
Let me guess. You would probably want to live on Rockall if you could.
That one's too pointy. Just nice to kind of remove myself from everything that matters and let my racing mind operate autonomously for a while.
When do you like to do that?
It just depends on my mood. After school, on the weekends, whenever I feel like I need it. Wow, I feel like I would never have the time to do something like that. I find that we have a lot more time than we think we do if you don't let it slip through your fingers.
I don't know what you're talking about.
The three continue their conversation, led primarily by Sayori, but with Monica chiming in every now and then as well. Monica had intended to leave it to Sayori and focus on her own work, but she found it difficult not to join in. Before they knew it, the end of the day was upon them once more.
Oh, it looks like we should be wrapping up for today. So, are you two going to be starting on that book the next club meeting?
That's the plan.
I'm so excited.
Sayori beams and Yuri collects her things.
No, pause. I'm so excited.
I'm so glad for that. How excited are you?
This much.
Wow, that's so much. Monica, look at how much that is. That's oh my gosh, it's so long and girthy how much that is. How much it is positively turgid.
Is this where we're taking this episode? Is this...
What? I'm not allowed to make silly jokes? I bet you didn't think Sayori could make a dick joke. You ready? I'm gonna do another one.
You ready?
Penis.
Stupid.
You good?
This is the height of my humor tonight.
Monica, I'm floundering over here. Help me.
No.
Once packed, Yuri wordlessly waves to Sayori and Monica with a gentle smile.
Bye.
As Yuri exits, Sayori enthusiastically returns her farewell. Once again, Sayori and Monica are left in the club room.
Sayori, you are a lifesaver.
No, I'm not. I'm more of a tic-tac. I didn't do anything. I just talked.
Still.
Besides, it really lifted my mood. It feels really nice when I can put my energy towards other people like that. She was really excited to be included, you know? It made me happy.
Well, there's no doubt in my mind that she'll have a great time here with you engaging her. How are you feeling about starting the book with her next meeting?
I'm kind of scared, but I think she'll be happy as long as I'm trying my best.
I think you'll do great.
After the surprise of a new club member, it seems like everyone has their spirits lifted with something new to look forward to. Another school day ends.
What do we even do in school? I've never seen any other classrooms. Do they exist? I don't think so.
It's unclear. My consciousness seems to begin and end on scene transition, so...
Oh, so now you're backing me up in my jokes? That's really funny, Monica. Glad to know that you're only there to back me up when you feel like it.
Swallowing her anxiety, Yuri makes her way to the club room, expecting to be the last one to arrive. As she opens the door, she's surprised to find only Sayori in the club room.
It's club time again. Monica went to the computer lab.
No.
So it's just us today. Is that she said she was going to practice her keyboard. Oh, she meant oh, that's really funny. Monica went to the computer lab, and nothing bad will happen while she's there. Yuri silently nods, unable to make eye contact.
I'm sorry about yesterday.
Huh? What is there to be sorry about? Sayori tilts her head, unsure of exactly what Yuri is talking about.
Well, I mean, the way I got overly excited to share my books and how you had to stop me so we could talk first. It was so inconsiderate of me. I got too excited and forgot to think about everyone else in the club, so...
Yuri, you didn't do anything wrong. I thought it was cute how excited you were. You're cute. You're cute, you have to admit it.
Well, still.
You have hair vents. Oh, that's so cool. Do you overheat if you don't keep your hair vents?
Yeah.
Can I put my hand up again? Oh, wow. Just constant hot air blowing through them, huh? Wow. You must be running pretty hot.
I think I changed my mind about the book. We don't have to read it.
Huh? But why?
Because I know that you were just humoring me anyway. In retrospect, it's rather obvious that nobody was truly interested.
But if you like it so much, then it has to be worth sharing.
I've already decided I'll join the club, so you don't have to try so hard to entice me.
That's not what I was doing. A moment of uncomfortable silence stretches between the two of them. That was pretty uncomfortable.
Yeah.
The thing is, we don't even have any club activities yet. I mean, Monica and I have just been working on recruitment stuff mostly. So it sounded like something fun that we could do together, reading your books. You know, like as a club activity. That would be okay, right?
Why am I being so resistant to this anyway? It's exactly what I wanted in the first place, and you're being so nice about it. I really don't know what's wrong with me. I'm sorry for being like this.
You don't have to apologize. Hey, Yuri, I love your hair color. It's really weird how it looks so different on the TV versus on the recording software.
Yours too.
Mine looks much more similar, though. It's really just the purples and blues.
Yours really looks like more of an orange on the recording software if you look at it for a moment.
Yeah, okay. But I think the difference is much more noticeable between the purple and the blue. And the deep... Right? Am I wrong, though? Monica! Shit, where'd she go? Yuri, what'd you do with Monica? If she leaves my site for more than a minute, she'll start...
Learning Python.
Monica, no, I told you not to learn any more about snake facts. No more snake facts.
The fucking monitor color difference is killing me, but...
I mean, that's just the nature of existence. That's just how colors be.
Yeah, but like...
You studied philosophy of color. You know this.
Yeah. My fucking work computer does it too, to such an extent that some colors are indistinguishable from white on one of the two monitors.
I think you could just change that with monitor settings, can't you?
I sure wish I could fix it with monitor settings. I haven't figured it out in months.
Oh, Jesus
I've been
Christ.
trying.
That seems like something that you might want to fix for someone whose job involves some measure of design.
I know, right? It's really hard. I just have to keep moving stuff between monitors.
I'm convinced that Vivian's job doesn't actually exist, by the way. She keeps coming out of work every day being like, hey, look what I did today. And I'm like, none of that sounds real. It sounds fake. Your job sounds fake. Where's all this money actually coming from? Did you get... Are you like... You're not doing the crypto, are you?
Nope.
Okay. That'd be a hard line there.
Doing the crypto? Yeah, cryptozoology.
Ah, got him. That's the only crypto I like.
Local cryptids in your area want to meet you. Click here.
Hot and single. Sayori pulls her desk up against Yuri's and sits next to her. The book in question is already on Yuri's desk. Peering over, Sayori reads the cover of the book.
It's called Dusk Bell, Part 1 of the Everlast Saga. Ah, it's Dusk Bell by Annabelle. Sorry, I had to get that one out of my system. I'm ready now. Monica told me no more dirty jokes today. So I'm not allowed to make any other jokes about any other body part.
Oh, right. I should probably get some paper.
Yuri grabs a spiral notebook of hers and tears out a few sheets of paper.
What? How come you need paper?
Oh, it's useful to draw things out sometimes, like maps, timelines, family trees, or just for taking notes.
Notes? I mean, yes, that is an effective strategy.
Exactly. I'm sure it will be especially helpful for someone new to the genre.
Oh my god. Yuri has read nothing but old white man fantasy. And it shows. Sayori's joke flew completely over Yuri's head, but thinking about it, she decides that it's probably for the best that it did.
Well, I'm not used to having company through this, but I'll try to help make it as accessible as possible.
I trust you. You're like super smart.
Oh, please.
Yuri-
I'm actually not.
Yuri tries to dismiss the compliment, but she can't hide her smile and light blush.
I told you, you're smart. See, your hair vents are going overtime. Are you overheating again? Here, maybe I can help by more compliments. You're smart, and you're pretty, and I like to spend time with you. Is it working?
You shouldn't try to kill new club members on day 2. I think we skipped text.
Oh, my bad.
You can't generalize intelligence. I'm only smart in the things I have a lot of experience with. Contrarily, I'm awful at anything involving real people. That should be evident enough from the 2 days I've spent here so far.
Oh, shit.
So in my eyes, it's everyone else who comes off as smart. Especially you.
No. Critical hit.
Sayori rubs her shoulder against Yuri's.
Shoulder rub. Yeah. Woo. We're doing it in real life, but there's no way that'll get picked up by the microphone. That is such bad. We have to stop doing gags like that in real life that are never going to get picked up.
I disagree. Method acting is critical.
Who is Method? You're such a sweetheart when you're not being shy.
Anyway, would you like to get started?
Okay.
After the minor diversion between them, the two get back on track with their planned club activity. Yuri begins to guide Sayori through the basics of the fantasy world her story takes place in. The more of it she details, the races, factions, history, elements of magic, the more questions Sayori seems to have. But despite Sayori's expectations, Yuri eloquently guides her through it in a way that's such that it's fun to follow along. It becomes evident that the world-building aspect of the story, not just the story itself, is one that Yuri finds her passion leaning towards.
Relatable.
Maybe she's a Brandon Sanderson fan.
She's read Book of the New Sun and is all about it.
There we go. Sanderson is the only author for which that kind of fantasy writing has really clicked for me.
It always clicks for me.
I'm really glad that it does, because it feels like I want to appreciate more of that kind of fantasy, but it always just feels like normally when I'm sitting down to read a book, I don't want to have to fucking keep track of all this shit. You know what I mean? And Sanderson is the only author I found that does it in such a way where it's not really that hard to follow along, even if I can't keep all of the names and stuff in my head at once.
Honestly, you know who else does this that you like?
Who?
Hanu Rajaniemi.
Huh. You're kind of right about that, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. No, okay, I'll take that. And so I guess the trick to get me interested in is then you have to write really bizarre post-human sci-fi. So do that. Write Jean Le Flambeau, and then you can get me interested, I guess.
How do people come up with this stuff? It's like the exact opposite of the kind of writing that I do.
What kind of writing?
Oh, like poetry and stuff like that. The things I write are just putting down the feelings that come into my head, you know? But this is like, there must be so much planning and hard work.
Ah, you're into poetry. I think there's an appendix that includes some of the kingdom's written works, like poetry and folk songs.
No way!
I love Sayori's expression so much. And they're all the sadder because she's just obfuscating. Yuri giggles, filling Sayori's heart with happiness when she realizes it's the first time she's heard Yuri laugh. It means Yuri must be having fun.
Anyway, I think we can get started reading now if you're ready.
Okay, but I can't read very fast.
Oh, that's fine. I'm very patient.
Oh, you are. Menacing.
Patience is something I pride myself in.
Oh, I see.
Sayori jots Yuri is patient into her notes.
Hey, that's for the book.
I'm just kidding. But I'm glad you're kind of patient, because I need that sometimes. A lot of times.
Sayori flips to the first few pages of the book, getting past the table of contents.
Okay, Chapter 1.
The room becomes silent as the two of them begin to read. But the silence only lasts for a moment before Sayori speaks up again.
What does vindicated mean?
Ah, well, in this context, it essentially means that he was proven innocent.
It's okay to ask questions, right?
Of course.
Sayori turns the page.
Are these footnotes?
Mm-hmm. A lot of the dialogue has cultural references that require explanation to be understood.
Ah.
The two continue reading. Yuri's relaxed expression remains unchanged. Meanwhile, Sayori's expression grows tense as she tries to make her way through the dense text. Up until now, their expressions had been reversed, with Sayori easily navigating social situations and Yuri struggling in them. But the tables have turned.
Wait, are they talking about the past right now? Or the present?
Where?
Right here.
They're talking about the past. These paragraphs are describing a flashback that Barnus is having.
But they didn't tell me that.
It's implied from the context. You can pick these things up from context.
Oh.
Sayori rubs her temples.
Hold on, I need to rub my temples.
The two of them continue, with Sayori asking fewer questions. She begins to understand the value in the notes as she finds herself referring to them somewhat often and even adding to them. But her reduction in questions comes not from her getting used to the reading, but rather from her fearing that she'll come across as stupid. At last, Sayori reaches the end of the chapter.
I think we can stop here for now.
Okay. Woo!
Sayori takes a deep breath and closes what little of the book she's gotten through so far.
So, what are your thoughts up to this point?
Sayori tries to find words.
Am I doing well so far?
I'm not sure I understand.
Well, I don't know. When it takes me so long to read and understand things, it makes me feel really dumb. But I really like how into it you get. Makes me want to keep going and keep doing my best so I can see it the way that you do.
The relaxation in Yuri's expression fades.
I see.
Yuri quietly gathers her things.
We can continue tomorrow, right?
Yuri pauses, then shakes her head.
We can do something else tomorrow.
But...
I'm sorry.
Wait!
Sorry for what?
I saw it coming too. I was bracing myself.
Monica told me I couldn't make more penis jokes, but she didn't say that I couldn't imply them.
Our president taught us not to be ashamed of our books. Especially as they's such good size and all.
Wow, he was certainly right about that.
All right, Yuri, throw me some numbers.
Oh, this is gonna make no sense to anyone who doesn't know what that is.
All right, I need your password, Yuri.
My password?
Out with it.
I'm trying to see how long it'll take you to come up with something. Wow.
Forever.
Just gonna give up, huh?
You can't
Okay.
put me on the spot like this.
What do you mean can't put you on the spot?
These things have to come up organically.
The entire thing we do is stuff that gets improvised and comes up on the spot. This is what we do on this channel.
Yuri, I'm beginning to think that you don't understand how to do improv.
That's accurate.
I tried to reread the line and immediately my brain was like, sorry for what?
I don't understand.
That shit's a fucking cognito hazard.
It is though. It really is.
I'm sorry. I don't want to do this anymore, that's all. I'm sorry that I made you.
Yuri leaves. You weren't making me, though. Sayori is left alone with her words. How did this happen? We were having fun just a second ago. Oh, it must be my fault. I said something stupid and hurt her. I should have just told her that I enjoyed it. Monica trusted me with this. It's the only thing I'm good at, and I still messed it up. What if she doesn't want to come back? Drowned in guilt, Sayori stares blankly at her desk, spread with notes. The book sits next to them. Right. If she wasn't coming back, then she wouldn't have left the book here, right? Unless she just forgot to take it with her. This is horrible. Was it really because she thought I wasn't enjoying our time together? Or maybe she wasn't enjoying our time together because I'm not good enough? I probably let her down by having so much trouble following along. Yeah. I'm sure if I was smarter, she would be having so much more fun. I need to do better for her.
Yo! That's so sad.
Yeah.
Oh, but tell you what, y'all are gonna have to join us next time when we'll do the conclusion of this arc and the next one.
All right.
I think that's a good because they seem to be about a half hour or so each, and they fit nicely into like little 90-minute chunks of our episodes. So thank you all for enjoying the first episode of our adventure through the side stories.
Yeah.
This stuff is great.
It's fun to be back.
I love this so much.
We unlock anything new?
Yeah, you know what? Let's actually take a look at the new pictures we got. Yuri. Yay, Yuri. Wow. We got some new music too.
Dusk. No, that's what was playing. I don't know which one's the new one there.
Neither do I, but we unlocked Understanding Part 2, so come back next time.
Next time.
For more. This time we're going to be reading Earthsea.
Smash that like, comment and subscribe.